Okay, sorry. I think my sound was off. Hello, Royal Tanuki. Thanks for coming. Oh my gosh. Let me go ahead and get started. I was just setting up a couple of extra things on the side. That I needed. Hehehe. Trying to find my. There we go. Okay. Oh, thank you, Hoshimura Neko. I know, I'm very excited about being affiliate. That's very much something I was trying to get to. And I did it, and it was great. Okay. Also, you... Okay, I will just call you Matcha. I'm going to probably forget. No I won't. Okay. So we're gonna continue off where we left off, just because there wasn't a whole... Oh, yes. Alright, so let's go. Maybe I'll actually click the right button this time. Nope. Can I press yes? Oh. That's why. Because I'm still in it. Okay. Humph, well, sidestepped, Council. Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to the official testimony. Alright, so she's about to repeat what she just added, just because I think, I didn't, put up the part that we played for, like, maybe 20 minutes, but it wasn't a whole lot, of extra. So she's about to put in what is the important part. Gladly, she said. Brett, ... That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one. I have soda, I'm sorry. I also have, a big thing of, coffee. Oh, apologies, Matcha. I wasn't able to finish the rest of your, stream, but I hope it went well. What time did you guys, what time did you end? I'm just trying to figure out, when I can use these little, emotes. Nice. I wish I could have finished with it, but I also need... I'm gonna watch your VODs, probably. The last boss fight made me... Oh, no! Was that for, like, the second Deltarune chapter? That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one. Which one? The significance will become apparent. Yeah, we did genocide. Yeah. Okay. Oh man, I'll have to go back and hear your reaction. I'm glad I could try to catch most of the stream though. I was very excited. It was fun talking about glue. I have non-genocide VODs up still. Yes, I'm probably gonna watch it because I don't know. I have it downloaded, but I'm still like, I'm not very good at games like that. Like, I guess it's not. I don't know. I'm more of a puzzle person. It was such a weird conversation to hear. Like, I know. Me either. I've died so much. You played it a lot better than I would have. I might play it. I don't know. It would be fun. I like Deltarune. I like Undertale. Undertale brings me back to a really good time. Back in 2015. Good times. 2016, 2015? I cannot remember. Well, thank you guys all for joining me on such a late stream. Oh my gosh. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I was like, you know what? I gotta do it. Not ready for Undertale tomorrow. Ooh, I'm gonna get to join that because it's gonna be so dead at work tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I just know it. There's sometimes that will like be at work watching Ghibli movies. I'll always be here unless God makes me sleep. Yep. I've been going to bed like really early lately, but I'm on some different meds and they were absolutely freaking me up. Which is why I tried to play it like the other day and I just could not, but I think I'm gonna be able to do it today. For a little while at least. The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. Sexy man! I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke. I ordered a beefsteak for myself, and the professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water. Yes, he is so hot. So, both you and the professor drank this carbonated water, did you? I was not carbonated water. It can't be carbonated water. Yes. Being the waiter, I poured the 2 glasses myself. I clearly remember doing so. Except you're actually a detective. And the beef steak, that was for you, Miss Brett? The lady says that she'd heard it was not customary to eat beef here until Japan opened its doors to the world. Oh, yeah, you're right. Wait. That sounds fake. Oh, yes, that's true. Okay. They didn't have beef? But like... I guess that makes sense. I guess I don't know. What a frightful place, is the lady's opinion. She must like her beef, Hosonaga. Does the lady like her beef, Miss Brett? And I've heard it's not customary to eat sashimi in Great Britain. Now that's frightful. I don't like fish. I wish I liked fish, but I don't eat fish. Every country has its own cuisine. As long as people... I like sushi. I want to be able to like it, but not fish. Isn't sushi like fish? Isn't it like raw fish? Oh, okay, that makes sense. The closest thing I've had to sushi is maybe, I don't know, nothing. Is fish sticks a long time ago. I like sushi because it's got stuff with it. Oh, like rice and all that? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, everybody tells me that if you haven't eaten sushi... Hello, Callie Rania. Rania? I hope I never pronounce that wrong. But I'm sure I do. But welcome. It's nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Ouch. As long as people have food to eat, what does it matter what it is? True, come to think of it. The first time I tried carbonated water, it was much more of a shock than the first time I tried beef. I don't like carbonated water either. It makes me sick. It just doesn't have any... I guess it just doesn't have much of a taste, so... I don't know why it makes me sick, but it does. But anyway, back to this witness's statement. Somehow, I feel like there's something out of place in what she's saying. We need to pounce on even the slightest thing now. Because you never know what might lead us to blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Because you never know what might lead us to our goal. Our goal of turning this trial around. Understood, Kazuma. After a while... I ordered a beefsteak for myself and the professor said... Oh. Oh shit. God damn it. I meant to pull of evidence. I'm gonna save because I'm gonna, I think, I need to present the dental record here. Or the dental report. Ah, shit. Because that's what feels... Yes! Now! Okay, don't look at me. This isn't happening. They make it a little bit too easy. So he said there's something weird about this. Yes! Ah, yes, okay. So I guess it was the picture that I needed to present. That's it! Let me just confirm something, please. It has to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. Yeah, because the table wasn't the same as she left it. Okay, yeah. I just didn't know if it was supposed to be, like, at this area. Was exactly how it was left. Because his body was in front of the food. Yes. You're right. That is correct, the lady says. Why does he do that? He looks to the side. Well, that is... It's very odd. It's odd, very odd. Dear me. What's odd is the defense's inability to express itself. Ugh. Ryanosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously it's the cheers. That cheers? Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. Ah. You're quite right, Consul. There's only 1 glass pictured here. RuneScape, what? Yep. Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minutia? I didn't even notice that, yeah. I was wondering if that was maybe it too, but I thought, I don't know, I was like, what? I was taking a gander. I'm gonna try to give them voices and see how long that lasts. I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm gonna do it because my voice is feeling very monotone. My leg is shaking like a no tomorrow, because if they did cheers, then there'd be more than 1 glass. Yeah, exactly. and he can't drink, which is why I thought to do the dental thing first, or the dental thing first for the surgery, because he can't do that if I'm here to make a fool of myself. If you need Vinny, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minutiae? I don't know this word. What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the case?
Objection!
Minutiae? You say? Tiny details? Yeah. Okay. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Okay. Finish my soda. It's, coffee time. Could it be that the detective... Could it be here that the detective removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something reckless. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you gonna try to tell me you can clink with only 1? You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. Oh yeah, wait, I'm remembering something. Inspector, what did the lady say? It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What? It was all so terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked, and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all. She's saying. Good gracious. You know what? Wait a second. Matcha, do you want to, help me read? Sorry. There, as I assured the court before, there is of no consequence at all. Oh, please. We must remember that the student had just... Sure, let me just get my computer set up. Okay. Do I need to stream this, like, on Discord so that you can, see it first and then help me read? Okay, dang, okay, I'll call you. Give me 1 second. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Hello.
Hello. It turned my music off. of the... Oh, there it goes. Never mind. Can you hear me?
I hear.
Very cool, very cool. I absolutely... Hold on. I'm gonna try to do this. Right. Okay. This might be something I have to figure out later. Let's set this for, we should probably set this up for a time when I can figure out how to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Ever. Because I think I have two different mics and I think it's trying to pick up a different one. Yep. We'll make this a planned one. I keep forgetting you can hear me over this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Thank you for doing that anyways. I will have to take my time to learn that. I'm gonna do something really fast for you. Aw, thank you so much. I gifted a subscription. I don't know who it went to. Oh, good. That's where I wanted it to go. Perfect. Just to see what it would do. That was very loud. Okay. No! I didn't want it to close that out. You're welcome. I was just curious. Now... Here we go. Okay. Perfect. Yes! Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay. We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady. This lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or two in her state of disarray? Yeah. Sure. That's absurd. Oh, see, exactly what I was thinking. Oh, really? So, state of disarray. Yeah, me. That's what I do with my evidence that I know is evidence. I just take it and put it in my purse. So, do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable young and beautiful woman of such mischief? What? No. This can't be put down to mischief. Okay. Fixing my chair. Do. Oh, yeah. The one about the pies? I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Yes, I love Sweetie Todd. But yes, that is a good one. Exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. We know that she can understand. It would seem that she slipped in... It would slip... Let me remember. It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying. A handbag, you say? Yes, Your Excellency. A small, handheld pouch, commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. So, the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. This student has been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning. Logical reasoning? Help! Help! Logical reasoning? But... What the hell? Kill him! Kill him, Anakin. Do it. Do it. Kill him. But in the end, it comes to nothing. So, what is your reasoning? Is it illogical? No more pretentious accusations. You've wasted enough time already. My bad, I forgot his voice. Indeed, the lady has offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed this glass. I think henceforth, we can consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel for the defense. Are you in agreement? Well, I don't know really. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. If there's a deeper significance there, it's... the handbag? Wait! The lady put the glass in her handbag, you say? Yes, do try to keep up. Yes, do try to keep up. It has already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items. Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. That's right! That's right. She did say that. But she had a handbag. Ooh, girl. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag. Why does he do that? Does it hurt? Does it hurt, Ryunosuke? In which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you pick up on that too. RuneScape, are you okay? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. What are you insinuating, you vile backguard? It's really simple. It's really very simple. Hold on, I'm gonna adjust this real fast so I can lean back. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay. There was a gunshot heard when the defendant picked up, the gun. Does this work? Can you hear me from this far back? Okay, awesome. So, simple, even an idiot, like, you could figure it out, ouchie. Yep. Okay, cool. Okay. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant. As he didn't fire that gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. You can't seriously be suggesting... Inspector Hosonaga. Okay. I've got plenty of caffeine in me. No, I don't. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Did you or did you not search Miss Giselle Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? No, sir, I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun. The one that was actually used to kill the professor. Could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. No. Order. Boom, bitch. Yeah, you right. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. What is the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what, Prosecutor Ouchie? Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents at the time? We Ben knew it was the lady. Yes. Thanks to your bungling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations. Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Kazuma? He's a simp. Yeah, he's simping. I need to play the first game. You will see how much of a freaking simp this guy is. He is something. Do you think so, Kazuma? Oh, he's dying. He's starting to die. Oops. Haha, word, I look forward to seeing all of them. Oh, they're gonna be fun. Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly, you have no faith in the police. Okay. Ba-doop-ba-doo. As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because it was unnecessary. Unnecessary? Are you joking, Hosonaga? You are very sexy, but you are very stupid. Unnecessary in what way? I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I completely forgotten about. This photographic print. Why is her purse see-through? This print of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. What is that on his arm? Huh. Oh, you know what? I can't be this far back. I just realized I'm not moving. Okay. A tattoo? A tattoo? That looks like a brand. That looks like a branding. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. So if she only had one item in there, then what? Hello? Well, I never. You can see right through to what's inside. That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London. So what else did she have in the bag? Was she just carrying one thing? That is not correct. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. Yeah, I don't either. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. Ugh! As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilt here. Thank you for helping me prove that, Naruhodo-san. Ugh! Order, order! Inspector Hosonaga, you will submit that print as evidence at once. Certainly, Your Excellency. Photograph of the handbag has been entered into the court record. We're gonna take a look at that. I think you've had... No. No. I'm taking a look. There's something here. Wait. Oh. Okay. There will be something later. I think you've had long enough to cross-examine witness counsel. What if I just... Ah! Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What if I just... Halloween. He's here. He's here. Ah. Okay, move up again. Okay. Hopefully you can still hear. Oh, yep. Forgot to take that off. Here comes the boy. Okay. The court has now been shown considerable evidence, as the photographic print just submitted to the court into the court record appears to have no further significance. I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Indeed, there is only one logical conclusion. The pathetic rookie slumped over on the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator for this crime. No! 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 Just when I thought Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around, I'm in a worse situation than I was at the start. Oh, Kazuma. Kazuma? Sorry, Ryunosuke. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. What? You mean... this is it? Ha ha ha. I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student. But the weak are meat, while the strong eat. Okay. You were wasting your time. There is no way to defeat true justice. One of these days, I'm gonna become just the best at reading. A fact you can chew on to your heart's content from the inside of your cell. This can't be happening. Am I really gonna be found guilty of a crime that I didn't commit? And Kazuma. His dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma? What? Is there really no chance of turning this trial around? Myself a little bit bigger. Yeah. You heard the judge. There's nothing about that last photograph the detective produced that we can contest. Which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. Very well, I will proceed immediately to the ruling. Oh my god, you did! Mini Matcha V2. Yay! That's so cute! That's actually really super cute. Are you gonna... is that like a rebrand? Are you gonna do that everywhere? Your matcha just remind... like, I love matcha tea. Yeah. Okay, awesome! Oh my god, cute. That's exciting. Matcha, okay, I also really love matcha. Like, I love drinking matcha, I love eating it, well, like, Pocky and stuff. Um, it's super good. Same. Aw, that's so good, yes! Very well, I will proceed immediately to the ruling. It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all. That's why I went with the name. Perfect. That is so good. That is a really good thing. That sounds really lame when I'm saying it out loud, but I'm really I'm like, yes. That is like perfect. Uh that smug little Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Doesn't sound lame, I promise. Thank you. I have something, apparently. Wait, your excellency. Ryunosuke? I don't think you can rule on this case yet. The amateurness is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems that the trial is over, he gives his ruling. That is the most basic protocol of the courtroom. Yes! Oh, I didn't notice he was wearing something there. Your Excellency, just a moment ago, you said this. As the photographic print just submitted appears to have No further significance. There is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must make my ruling. Now, that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail I mean, then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question. This is a blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. What if he just said, look at this photographic print? Look at this graph. That's my favorite version of it. All it shows is the handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, sorry, my nose was... I had to do something with it. There can be no problem with this evidence. You'd better know what you're doing, Ryunosuke. I understand your objection, counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I fail to see what are we grasping at? Me too, Ethan. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag. My thoughts exactly. Really, the prosecution is becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezes. Confusion. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out what we're grasping at in there, but I think it's the tattoo thing. I think it's like the little branding thing. It has something to do with it. Yes, I am desperate. But this isn't a wheeze. This is a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. If only I could put my finger on it. Is it the hand? The finger on the hand? Very well, I will grant defense one final opportunity. Oh, let me save before I die. Okay. What? But be warned that if I'm unsatisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect. Do I make myself clear? Yes, Your Excellency. So take another look at this photographic print, Inspector Hosonaga submitted before. You will identify for the court where in this print we see the significant detail to which you have alluded. I forgot his thing. Let's Yes. Look at this here. It's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. That is true. Looks almost like a burn of some description. Dear me, I was pondering what new piffle you would come out with. A burn, you say, on the victim's wrist? Clearly, this has nothing whatsoever to do with the Magnificent Lady's handbag. Yes, it was a burn mark, you're right. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noticed it when he was performing a post-mortem. Oh my god. When he was performing the post-mortem examination. It was also deemed unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report. What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing, either. I love when my model moves its own mouth on its own. The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However... Oh, my bad, Judge. Guess Greg. Guess Greg. However, the prosecutor, Ouchie, points out, unless a firm connection to this case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn. Excuse me, Your Excellency. It would seem Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the Dean and other university staff. Yum yum. Get this stuff. Yeehaw. Oh. Nice. Okay. Very cool. She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now. Oh, of course. Of course, dear lady. Oh, somebody's online. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyways. What's your thinking on this, Ryunosuke? Do you believe the burn mark has something to do with this case? To be honest, I'm not really sure. But if I don't keep pushing, then it's all over. So, I was thinking I should keep digging, and digging, in the hope that I might uncover something useful. Yes, you're right. I am? Damn it. If we could just link this burn to the case, if we could do that, we might be able to price this shutting back door open again. Might be able to prize this shutting back door open. Yep, that made sense to me. Oh. I'm gonna change my thingy again. Because I feel like it. I wanted to use my little emotes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Awesome. If we can do that, we might be able to prize this shutting back door again. Shutting of the back door. ... Just give up, console. You can't possibly do that. Indeed. I'm afraid without evidence I can't allow you to pursue what is little more than a conjecture. But if we had evidence... evidence that irrefutably linked the burn on the victim's wrist to the case, then you would allow it? Yes, I would. To tell the truth, I hadn't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed it out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? I have to find some link between that burn and the case. This is the moment of truth. It's time to find some evidence that proves what the burn really means. So then, the defense will now present its evidence to the court. The evidence that demonstrates the inextricable, I can speak, connection between the victim's burn and this trial. Well, it did not pass through the body. But... I don't see anything that... Wait. Aha! Yes! It was the plate. What's this, Counsel? Yet another print? Yes, Your Excellency. I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we as humans look at the scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded furthermore. Do hurry up, Worky. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable. Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer if you don't mind, Miss Brett. You see, it's very clearly visible in the other photograph. However, the victim How did the victim come to have an unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. What? How? Objection! You can't fool me with your little butt bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. Oh, I will. This. Hold on. This. Yes! Yes. The beef steak? Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on. The plate? Ah! Your Excellency, are you alright? As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of La Carnival. Ah! The emblem on the plate! And the victim's burn are exactly the same shape. Ah! Ryunosuke, you're a genius! Oh, you genius! You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at at the restaurant. But even if that was the case, we can't know if it happened on that day in question or not. What the? It could have been the day before or the day before that. It most likely happened at some other unrelated time. Are you joking? Well, Objection! Sadly, Prosecutor Ouchie, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks. Why? The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector Hosonaga? I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly. But... I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago. Although, it's not particularly a large burn. It's extremely well defined, as the defense pointed out. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Now I have the hiccups. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade... Okay. Burn like that would have been taken around 3 seconds. It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then. I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation. But you're a detective, not a waiter! Yes. There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds would scream in pain. There's no question of that. And yet, Inspector Hosonaga never heard the professor scream, not on that day or any before it. That's not right. And the strange thing is, on that day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? That it happened after the murder? Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like 3 seconds that day, that would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel. Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the sergeant, and the old antiques dealer, all of us would, without any question, have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Ouchie? Well, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? Watson. I almost don't believe it, Ryunosuke. Do you think... Can it really be true? I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but... I'm starting to think that maybe... we've been led into a terrible trap. There's only one explanation I can think of that makes sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson, not Watson, hadn't noticed the burn, was already deceased. He was already dead! No man could remain silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. Did you call me? Oh, I thought you said my name. Cool. Oh. That's clearly impossible, apart from one in particular situation. Consul, are you suggesting... Yes. It's only possible if the man was already dead. Already... dead? Miss Brett not even shocked. Knowing what we know, it's the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson, not Watson, table that day, the professor was already dead. That's... madness! No, this is Sparta. Ha ha ha. Order, please. Consul, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was already killed by a gunshot? That's right. That's absolutely right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student. But clearly... that was not him, but it is now. But clearly, he has no grasp of the facts. Objection! No, Prosecutor Aochi. It's you who does not have grasp of the facts. I beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered that burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down, or have you not grasped that yet? Ugh. Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe, that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard, it's highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate the twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your luncheon engagement. But Your Excellency... Alright, come on, Miss Brett, let's hear you. The justice system in our country, it may be in its infancy. But rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I am prepared to pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency. What was that smile? Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps relations between my country and yours. Yeah, me too, Matcha. Miss Brett. She was pretending she couldn't speak Japanese? What? Everybody knew that because she was sitting in Japan and she couldn't speak any Japanese. Like, come on. Come on. Miss Brett, you speak Japanese? She just now revealed it? I know. She just didn't want to talk. Well, of course I do. I'm studying in your country, after all. I hate her. But then, why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now? Because I didn't want to. My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. Oops. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much as possible. Wow. Okay, Miss Brett. Yeah, I hate her. Dot 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 dot. Yup. But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of English gentlemen. Man, shut up. So I can see that I shall now have to lower myself to communicating with you all on your own level. Yeah, but you chose to come study here, so shut up. Oh, well, you are the epitome of a true English gentlewoman. We are truly honored by this lavish consideration you so graciously afford us. And I wish she'd shut up. I see. In that case, Miss Bright, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the evidence leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson. Not Watson. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, for some reason it stopped working. So, we're finally gonna hear in her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Ryanosuke. Victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burned his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glass in a toast. This is filled with inconsistencies. Um, I hope you know... Wow. Okay. As far as I heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible causes of death besides gunshot. If there's some other way a man's life can be taken without a trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably wouldn't pick up on it anyways. Wow. Okay. That was the most captivating and beautiful testimony go down in Supreme Court history. Thank you. Yeah, it sure was. Easy does it. I hope that is the last time I will have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. You have, but that's fine. Oh no, not at all. It is a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And you insulted everyone, homegirl. Yup. Hello. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today. The Minister of Justice? Cool, awesome. May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. The death sentence, not that. Amen. Huh? Thanks? Was that a prayer then? Well, you'll have to forgive the irritation, Miss Brett, and put up with a cross-examination now. I expect you've noticed the little bully of a student, as you put it. Doesn't miss much. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, Consul, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. If you fail to demonstrate any problems with this witness's testimony, I will be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? Yes, sir. His lips when he did that jiggled a little bit. It was a little funny. Idiot sandwich moment. What are you? An idiot sandwich! That's exactly what it was. Yes, Your Excellency. Then you may proceed with the cross-examination. The victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man was burnt. But his hand was on the searing plate for at least a whole 3 seconds. You cannot have noticed. You can't not have noticed. Do you think so? Let me ask you something. Sorry? Ever since I arrived in this courtroom, even still, now, the fly on those unsightly black trousers of yours has been wide open. Oh my god, that happened to me once at work. You can't not have noticed, can you? Huh? What? Ugh! We'll check it. Ha ha ha! What fun. You hadn't realized. The dear lady is absolutely right. As your friend, you've embarrassed me as well. You've embarrassed me as well yourself, Runosuke. Why didn't you tell me? I had to have a customer tell me that. It was kind of funny. Dr. Wilson, not Watson, was a true English gentleman. He chose honorable silence over a vulgar scream. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing? Oh yes, I think my tiny brain can. Yes, well I can't. Anyway. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glass in a toast. As you testified before, you were drinking carbonated water. Yes, he absolutely is. Is that right? Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at the time, if you remember. Which explains why he ordered... Which explains why he ordered that drink, correct, waiter? Exactly as you say, sir. Although... Whether or not the professor actually drank it... Getting tired. Actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table. I have coffee. Okay. I'm afraid I don't remember that. Damn you. I can't believe that was a meme. I have just enough English to understand that at least. For the benefit of others in the court, it means bless you. Yeah, damn you means bless you. Sure, ouchie. I think it means the exact opposite. Anyway. Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from a ballistic trauma. Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't gonna kill us. And as there were no signs of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it could only been from the bullet from your gun that put an end to the innocent man's life. But it doesn't make any sense. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had been cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make that burn like that. And if the victim burned his wrist on a hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must have been already dead at that point. And yet, the fact is that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Until you're able to show the court evidence to disprove that this is a complete waste of time. I concur. Prosecutor Ouchie is right. Arg.
Yes.
Without leaving a trace? If someone is shot, or strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there are always telltale traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hosonaga? And as I've said, I've always aimed for a flawless investigation. There would be physical traces of all those causes of death, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that doesn't leave a mark. Yeah, like poison? Poison? You poisoned him? She poisoned him? If heaven forbid you doubted me, you doubt me, young man. You're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Oh no! Perish the thought! Calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question? What a fucking simp. On my honor, I, Taketsuchi Archie, will cut down any who dare cast such aspirations. I wanna yeet him, yeah, me too. You and me both. We need some evidence to back us up here. Yes, evidence. Rude ass. Yup. Okay. But of course, this country's inferior investigation techniques won't pick up on it anyways.
Yes.
Yes. I know I need to do something, but I'm just gonna cross-examine everything. Inferior, what do you mean by that? Ooh, I will be right back. I am back. Thank you. Sorry. I had a bathroom. A coffee. In the lands of Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you will investigate once, and that's the end of it, isn't it? Isn't that so? Thank you. Quite right. Cloud Carnival is open for business as usual today. Just days after the incident. Exactly. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different... Oh! 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 Which means, does he cough when he's, like, trying to tell the truth but can't? I think that's his, like, thing. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. It doesn't even occur to you naive detectives to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as possible. Oh, maybe. Yup. As possible. Tactful about this as I can. You understand. A killer blow. The lady is formidable, as she is beautiful. Great. Amazing. He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchie is finally starting to see sensing. To see sense. I very much doubt that. Still, there's something about what Miss Brett said. There was a moment before when something didn't quite seem right. What do you think, Ryunosuke? RuneScape. I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press for... I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspect, she's a tough witness. We need to find a new way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over. But that would mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a chink in her armor. Tell us, RuneScape. Yup, Kazuma. What, Ryunosuke? There is one thing I noticed, something that's been bothering me. Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett? Actually, no. About the person standing next to her. Inspector Hosonaga. The detective? Yes. He seemed to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. I was wondering if it might be significant. If it might present an opening, maybe. Alright. I have an idea. Try pressing on her last statement one more time. If you think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. Alright then. I wonder what Kazuma's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Once I press Miss Brett on her last statement again. Unfortunately, I have no idea what this bird...
Yes.
Okay. Inferior, what do you mean by that? Did I do something? Exactly, which means... Is there some way I have to do this? Vital evidence may be lost. Yes, there it is again. The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why? Her stating the same exact thing over and over again and her not getting irritated. Yeah, I just have to listen to your statement again. One more time. Please. One more time. One more time. The detective's reaction is just the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brett as her interpreter. But things are very different now. One more. One more. One more time. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are when people are actively testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let down their guard. You're right. Look at him. He's almost in his own— he's lost in his own thoughts. It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought. Sorry? Pursue? I'll explain how to do it now, Randosuke. It's all to do with the witness marker. What marker? At the moment, we're focused on Miss Brett, who's the person actually making the current statement. But by moving the marker left and right, you turn it— got great. So yep. We'll just bypass this part because it's all tutorial. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere amongst the people on the stand, take a good look around. Alright then, so first I should move the marker across and focus on the detective. Then pursue him with A and see what's on his mind. Here we go.
Wait.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Excuse me.
Aw, excuse me. You've got this, RuneScape. Thanks, Matcha. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts, deeply. And it looked like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say? If there's something you'd like to say, please share it with the court.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? That's what I do at work. Phew. It's the delightful Englishwoman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then cross-examination should be over immediately. Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved with the case. Inspector Hosonaga? Yes. Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett? I know. Oh my god, that's just what we're gonna call Ouchie, is just simp man. Luckily, this is the only time I think he'll show up in the game at first. In relation to the statement just made by Miss Brett. Set man. Okay. I think this is a good place to stop for right now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably go to bed or go take a nap, or I'm probably gonna go to bed. I'm a little tired. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Matcha. You're always coming and you're like my biggest fan. Thank you so much. But I am gonna go ahead and take my leave. Goodbye, everybody.